I think you folks are missing, again, the point as to why a lot of folks are upset about the airport development process, why they're feeling out of the loop. And I know you guys are saying, well, we want this to be an open process, and you're trying to make this an open process. But it goes back to the beginning, and it's a lot of things that have accumulated in people's minds. For instance, the first time Mr. Hammett and Marty went to Washington, it was relatively unknown what had gone on there. Questions weren't all that forthcoming. It was to the point where the Herald Tribune had to send Paul Quinlan to Washington to shadow them and to follow along and ask questions and find out what happened. That was how we found out that they were requesting FEMA money. The last time the pair went to Washington, relatively few people in the city knew it. I know of at least one council person who didn't even know it. And then come back the tales of the earmarks and all of that. You know, if you publish a diary or be more forthcoming, this is what we're going to Washington for, we're going to specifically ask for these earmarks, but when we start hearing FEMA, you know, unless you guys have prepped us for it, yeah, we're going to get a little antsy about that. I knew about preliminary negotiations with one company with the airport that Marty was privy at least to discussions of some 6, 7, 8 months ago. Without letting Marty know that I know, I asked him, had he heard anything about the airport development? Oh, well, yeah, Jim Lees is saying he'd like to see an airport or something out there. And I knew that wasn't the case, and I just let it ride. So all along, you have led us down the road to where it's been a fight for information, even to the point where the mayor in an email recently said, well, we put this stuff out in a public record. It's your job to come down and read it. It's not our job to spoon feed it to you. But then if we don't get the information or we don't understand it right out here in the public, we're getting blasted because of misinformation. It's been a PR disaster. It's only getting worse. And it's not just this issue. I've been researching for 2 months a story, as outlandish as this sounds, and I still don't know if it's true, about a potentially missing building that we supposedly paid for and we never got. I've got a wealth of information that indicates that there's something to this story. Talking with one council member and explaining what I had discovered. What I'm getting is, well, good luck with that. Let me know how that turns out. I asked Marty, are we missing a building? Well, I don't know. And I've gotten nothing but roadblocks in trying to determine whether or not this story is true. Mr. Black is not interested at all in investigating whether or not it's true because it's in the past. We're going to let sleeping dogs lie. When you're permeating that attitude towards the citizenry and towards the media, yeah, you can expect the PR backlash that you guys are getting. You claim you want to be open, but you really, I don't really think it's your fault. I don't think you have a clue what we're expecting of you. And you're not asking us, and when we tell you, you just get mad.
Thank you.
This ugliness will continue.